Don't worry, I'll get an 11.
DM, don't
And we're
listen to
live. We're live.
that. DM, don't listen to that.
Well, he
Welcome
does do a
everyone to
lot of
another
work.
episode. Are we live?
Okay.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah, we're live.
We're live.
We're
Shut up,
live.
Shut up, Olaros.
Welcome everyone to another episode of D&D with Newbs, Campaign 2, episode number 47. And who did you say had the recap?
Olaros.
Yes.
Do you want me to start?
Right. Please do.
No, we were gonna.
That's usually where the show ends.
Okay, we're on a boat. We're in the port of Fanara, and we're down there talking to sailors and asking him if he knows if he's ever heard of anything. Devad asked him if he's ever heard of the Hive, and he said, "Yeah, he heard some about it, but it was somewhere out in the desert. He's never been there or anything." And then Timon wants to know what's up on top. Or what are we looking at up there? And he said there's 2 more assassins up there. And while we're talking, the haste wears off of Devad, so he's now exhausted. And I know that doesn't bode well. But then Timon says we should just continue the ruse. He's still there looking like number 7. And that sounded good. So we all kind of take our positions, and then Timon and the other sailor go up on top. And he said, just play along with what I say. Well, they get up there, and while he's up there, we're hiding the dead bodies and dousing all the lights. And then Timon lets us know as he's tiptoeing up the stairs, he says, look, when I say the goose is laying the egg, we need to jump in the fight. Now, that we would go upstairs if that happened, or else he was going to try and bring them back down. Well, he gets up on top and goes and mixes in with anybody. He sees the other 2, and he goes, glory be to the 7. And they look at him and give him a nod. And then he goes, we have a prisoner below. And then he starts ripping them a new asshole, saying, you killed the wrong guy. Well, there's a lot of arguments that start here, and they're going, no, we didn't. We got the right guy. And he's going, then who's that guy downstairs? And they're going, we don't know, but we got the right guys. And Timon's going, kiss my ass. And so then he says, come on, I'm going to show you. Let's go on down there. So then he looks at the sailor at the wheel and he says, Ingvar, we're going to need you. And then he sends the sailor that came up with him to take the wheel. He said, take the wheel. Ingvar is going to come along with us. Well, Ingvar wipes his blade with black tar, saying he's going to enjoy this. And number 7, faux pas, says, good man, we need that. So anyway, they start coming down the stairs. When they get to the bottom of the stairs, we hear, the goose has laid the golden egg, and the fight is on. The assassins realize with that little statement that it's a trap, but it's too late for them. Olaros attacks. His first one misses, as he often does on his first one. Victor didn't miss, though. He got a good thumping in. And then Timon gets a small hit. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does put him at a disadvantage, which pays off down the road. Then Victor gets hit really bad and gets knocked unconscious. Olaros gets a small hit on the assassin. He doesn't do much either, but he does get a small heal to Victor to get him back up off the ground. Devad runs into a wall, no doubt because he's still tired and exhausted. And won't do much better for the rest of the fight. So he's kind of, head buzzing, running into walls. Ryle decides at that point he better light up the place, so he throws out dancing lights. And all in all, it was a pretty lousy start to the fight, considering that the last one was a lot tougher and we did so much better. But then Ryle jumps in and got a good hit right off the bat. He finishes off one of the assassins and starts on the other one. Timon and Dolos both getting hits now, and the assassin now is on the floor laughing. He is a weird dude. I guess when he got trapped, he kind of went kind of nuts. But
Timon gave him
the
laughter spell.
He's laying down there laughing his ass off. And then Olros takes out the last asshole. I mean, yeah, when you're laying on the floor laughing,
Devon
Anyway.
told him a good joke.
Okay, now, so we get the two assassins down, and they're dead. And Timon now wants to take over the ship. But we're a long way from the desert, and we know we haven't even gotten to the hive or anything like this. So he starts thinking that maybe we'll take over the ship, but leave it in somebody else's hands for right now. We all go back up to the top, and Timon gets up to the wheel and starts giving the speeches that he's so good at giving. Who's interrupting my speech?
I think Delos is trying to get in.
Oh, okay. Timon starts giving his speech, and then he pulls off his ring, and he shows that he is just a sailor like them. And he says, I want you to work with us now. You're good sailors. You were under bad rule. Now you're under good rule. And I'm going to bump up your wages if you agree to do trade with our closest friend at the port to Sandstrom. Or
Twin Bridges.
No, Freeport. It was Freeport, I think. Twin Bridges,
Freeport, which is near
farther
Twin
away.
Bridge.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and then he says we're going to get a cut, and so then he looks at the sailor at the wheel. His name is Farallon, and Timon says, "I'm going to make you first mate." And the guy smiles. They're all getting more money and new leadership. They're pretty happy. So then we decide to head off to one of Timon's old favorite haunts, which was a Stag Stride. We're in a dwarven town. There are some elves, but it's basically a dwarven town. And Stag Stride is a partying tavern with beautiful waitresses. It even makes Oloro smile, and he doesn't smile too often. The sailors head over to the bar and says drinks are on Timon. The bartender looks at Timon, motions him over, and says, "All right, I know you. You've been here before." And then Timon lets him know that he's looking for, they start, chit-chatting and all old times, but Timon lets him know he's looking for a merchant. He wants to get his ship being used, and the bartender says there's this guy, Reginald Darkwaters, who is looking for a market for his goods, but right now, he's right over there. He's partying as hardy as anybody else. He was working it up big time out there. And then the bartender says, Rosalina is working here too. Timon gets this big shit-eating grin on his face. Brings back some nice memories, I guess. But anyway, he goes and finds Reginald, and they start talking and drinking pretty hardy and all this stuff. And Reginald says that he's interested in trading, but the route to Freeport is a long one. Timon offers him a 51-49 split, and Reggie says, I'm in. He'd never heard of a deal that good. Timon's a good sailor, but he's not a good businessman.
It's a matter of opinion.
But Timon does let him know that the captain's quarters are off limits to the crew and him, that it's going to be ours, that we will be coming and going and not to worry about that, but that the captain quarters are going to belong to the troops. Then Reginald asked him if he was the one back in the old days that used to play the dulcimer. And once again, Timon is feeling his oats, and I sure do, and brings out his dulcimer and heads for the stage. Well, he's plicking and a grinning and doing real good. He ends up making 6 gold 50 just playing at the bar. So then a beauty comes up to the stage. It's Rosalina. Timon shows his pleasure, then he closes his legs. They talk. It gets sexy.
I don't think that's what happened.
Yeah, Rosalina then puts her knee
Too bad you don't have the recap.
into his groin, and she looks at him and says, "Would you like to meet your son?"
That's
Ba 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 ba.
the groin thing. That's real.
Yeah. And that's where we left off.
Oh yeah, little.
All right, so let's see the who's doing the next recap.
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
I get an inspiration, right?
Yes, you do.
All right.
How many times are you
Alright,
going to roll?
Looks like Dolos is doing Sunday's recap.
Congratulations.
I didn't think that first one
I might not
took,
be
but-
here. It's crazy.
Yeah. Dang.
Wait.
Yeah.
We'll play
So
Sunday
crazy.
afternoon if we need to. It's okay.
We'll take the day off and wait for you next
Yeah.
Thursday.
I'll definitely be late next Thursday.
Oh,
All right, so you are staggered by the knee to the groin and the information you just received, Timon. How do you react?
Well, assuming she got me really good, and I've had a few, it would take me a couple seconds to come to my senses.
I would be laughing.
And
yeah. We're all chuckling.
and so is that some cruel joke you're telling me?
Do I look like I'm joking?
Yeah.
So I know that face, and you're definitely not joking.
No need for an insight check on that one.
Well, do I get the honor of meeting me boy?
Well, I suppose you've waited long enough.
Could you twist the
And-
dagger a little bit further? I don't think it's doing the job.
Well, believe you twisted the dagger quite a bit when you left without saying a word.
Oh.
Mm.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Timon's all kind of confused right now.
Yeah.
I step in, I say, "Excuse me, ma'am. Ryle, leader of the
Sea was
party.
calling.
How are you doing?"
Get out of here.
I see
This is none of
you
your
and
business.
I see you and Timon have a checkered pass.
And I see that door is open for you to leave.
And I say, no. Now, is your son's name Machungus by chance?
I thought it was Magungus. Yeah.
Who would be crazy enough to name the son that?
I don't.
This guy, Ryle, he'd be fool enough to do such a thing.
Could it be
We would-
Timon Jr.?
We would love to meet little baby, whatever his name is. How old's the lad?
Just soak it up, gentlemen. Just soak up all of
We
it.
are. We are just lapping it up.
I named him after my father. His name is Tominus.
What?
Tominus. Yeah, so gave him
Tominus.
his father's.
Ah,
Fair
well,
enough.
that's nice.
Did you give him a
And-
middle name?
No, I figured I would give you that honor if you ever showed your face.
I vote for Machungus.
Yes.
And I vote you shut the fuck up and walk away.
Well, Rosaline, if you need anything from me or my party, you let me know.
She needs
Okay.
nothing from you.
Don't
Nothing.
talk to Timon if it's about, if you need some money, let me know.
Hey,
If
they-
you
I didn't know they
need,
sell shovels here. Hey, you go out back and dig a deeper hole for me, why don't you? Please.
by the way, that dress you're wearing is lovely.
Oh, can I take a mug of ale and just smack him in the side of the head? I'd like to do that. I'd like to take
Start
a
a
mug
bar
of ale.
fight.
All
and
right,
smack
roll a
him in the side of the head.
d20. Roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
Is that any way for a new father to act?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Your son's not there, so
Man,
yeah,
this is
he's
gonna
got a
hit so
bad
good.
influence, yeah.
Minus
All right,
2.
so
15 minus 2.
so Ryle, you managed to dodge the mug towards your face.
So I say, Timon, please, we're just having a good time. We should celebrate now that you found
Yes.
you've got a wee lad.
Oh, I'll celebrate once you leave me alone and leave her alone.
But we want to meet the wee lad.
Well,
I grab
that's
Rosalina
real
by the
easy for
shoulder.
You just need to look
and-
down your britches.
Does he look like a sailor?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't look at that. Sorry, I don't.
Does he wear a hat?
Of course.
These are all questions for Olros to answer.
And I answered it.
Well, I'm gonna go before Timon actually hits me. But if you need anything, you just let me know.
Terrible.
And I saunter off, just laughing. Just
While he's laughing, I say, "Oh, when you get back home, ask your sister how she fared the night that we were together in your mama's house."
I'm looking at Rosalina
And,
when he says
Rosalina
that.
says, "Oh, what's this about their sister thing?"
Yeah, I was.
I come running back over. And I'm like, guess what? Now my sister, while she is attractive, I could not leave. I couldn't get Timon off of her. I don't know. He said there was no one like her before.
Remember where
Oh,
Rosalina's knee is.
I believe I've heard those words.
Something about bards and songs, they seem to just repeat themselves after a while. I don't know. Either way, I walked her back off. I am just stirring that pot.
If I had a gold piece for every time he acted like a fool. Oh,
So, is Tominus gonna have a little brother or sister somewhere then?
no.
I hope not. I screamed from the other side of the room.
Ryle is one of the biggest cowardly leaders we've ever had. He'd almost gotten us killed multiple times, and yet wants to take all the glory. Yep.
Is she looking at me? Does she look at me at that point?
Sure.
Ask him about the time where he said it'd be a great plan for you to go in all by yourself into the den of iniquity.
Yeah, as soon as she looks over at me.
All by yourself.
As soon as she looks over at me and I catch her eye, my cloak just billows out. And I give her a nod. And then I start mingling more. I think I'm going to like this town.
If he's actually this charming all the time, we might actually get something done.
We're in a part of town now where no one knows Ryle or Rigel or anything, so he's feeling fully capable and ready to persuade, deceive, whatever.
Is that billowing capable?
So,
Yes.
Rosalina says, "Well, let me go talk to Bart."
Did I write it down? I thought I wrote it down. The bar cape.
Yeah. So yeah, just the barkeep. She says, "I'm taking the rest of the night off. I've got to take time in to see Tominus." And he laughs and said, "Sorry, I was gonna give you a heads up, but I just had to see what was gonna happen."
It's of no matter. You're no worse than Ryle over here. You've been fine. You've been fine to us this whole time, so I can't hold anything against you.
And so he says he raises a mug to you and says, "Well, congratulations, Papa."
I'll drink to that.
So, Timon, did you know before you left town?
With all due respect, Devad, do I look like I knew?
Yeah.
Just
Not
checking.
really. He
For
knew he had
what?
a good time.
For what? Why? Why ask?
Yeah, wondering if you're a weasel and
I'm
found
a
out.
bard who's a sailor. Why would you ask me?
I don't.
Well,
So
Okay.
Rosalina says, "Why don't we leave your friends behind?" I think.
that's the greatest news I've heard all evening.
Not for us.
I run over to
We want
Victor
to
and I'm
see
like,
the
hey,
lad."
You should send Zrakna invisible behind him and see what happens.
We'll come later to cheer him on.
I think he's going to have enough little demons to deal with tonight.
Good one.
So, Rosalina leads you away from the tavern and goes up a small road, not too far away, because she actually walks to work every day. And you notice that she leads you to the same place that she used to stay. And she knocks on the door before she comes in to let somebody know that she was coming in. And there is another young lady there that is watching Tominus while she was working. And she says, yes, Cynthia, I'm going to need the room, please. Tymond is back. And Cynthia gathers her stuff up real quick, and she's like, oh, I hate I'm going to miss this. And then she just runs out the door. And as she leaves, you go into the living room. You see a 3-year-old boy with dark hair and very familiar facial features. He has your ears and your nose, but unmistakably her eyes. This is definitely your kid. Like, no DNA test needed. You could tell this is definitely. So.
You are the father.
Maury.
He takes after you, mighty fine. Handsome lad.
He definitely reminds me of someone quite a bit.
Well, let's hope it's all the good stuff.
And he walks up to you. He kind of waddles. He's only 3 years old, so he's and he looks up at you and says, "You kind of look like me." Oh, he had a mute on that one.
Yeah.
Oops, that got him off his headset.
He's grounded.
He's talking to the kid in private. Little McGingus.
She can't hear me. She was just asking if we were playing D&D.
Yes.
So,
have her tune in.
On the inside.
Yeah, so
he is dying on the inside at all of this.
Little Tabata says, "You kind of look like me."
And he's just kind of, I'm like rubbing my brow and just kind of freaking out a little bit, not really sure what to do. And I guess I kind of pat him on the head and say, hey there, son.
Rosalina bends down and says, this is your father. And he's like, where have you been?
You went to the store for cigarettes.
I mean, I've been here and there. Like I've seen the seas, I've seen the desert sands. I fought big, ugly creatures.
What kind of creature?
Ogres, orcs, drow, spiders, serpents, scorpions, all kinds of nasty things.
Whoa. How do you fight them?
Well, I use my voice and my my instruments quite a bit. It's kind of hard to explain. Kind of have to see it for yourself one day. And I don't think your mom would allow that right now.
I've got an instrument.
Oh yeah, what kind?
He runs behind like the little kind of sofa looking thing, and he pulls out like a little tiny lute, and he starts to like bang away at the strings, and he's not like a super skilled savant or anything yet. He's just kind of banging away at the strings of the lute.
So while he's doing that, I want to say, move your hand there on the lute and move your other hand on that side. So put your left hand on the long part of your lute and use your other hand to strum, but don't just bang. And think of the most beautiful sound you've ever heard in your life. And I want to use enhance ability on him
Okay.
at level 3.
All right.
Hopefully, we don't have to go into a fight anytime soon. You burn all your spells. Entertaining your child. Jeez.
So he puts his hands on the fret and he holds just a couple of random strings down and he makes a strum and perfect G chord.
You see?
That
As much as
sounded really cool.
and it was you. You did it yourself. And it doesn't take much, but it does require quite a bit of discipline, which isn't a fun word at times, but you can't it's a secret among bards. We spend hours practicing. It has to be done if you want to be the best.
Cool.
So you keep at it. You're my boy. You got it in you.
I will. And he keeps on playing the same G chord over and over and over again.
Rosalina's like, oh, Lord. This is all I'm going to hear for the rest of the day.
Let me show you one more.
Give him a drum set.
This is a C chord.
Don't worry,
And then
Uncle
you
Ryle's buying a drum
You
set right
switch 'em
now.
up.
Okay. So you spend a good amount of time with your son, showing him some chords, and he's 3, so he's not it's going to take a lot of practice for him to be very good. But with your enhance ability spell on him while he's doing this, he's doing better than most 3-year-olds would be with. Um.
So I look at Rosalina and I say, so I must confess, please don't tell my party members any of this. Just whatever you do, and please also don't tell them. One of the reasons why I'm doing this is because I hate to admit this. Unfortunately, they've made me a better man. Don't tell them.
Well,
They don't need to know.
I'm glad they could succeed where I failed.
Well, that's what they weren't trying to. They're just how do you say it? They're good people.
Well, does that mean that you'll be coming around a bit more?
I'll do my best, but all I can do, I've set up a trading venture. The best I can do for now is support you. Um, and so I want to give. He wants to give, I should say. I want to say, I want to set you up for a while. Would a thousand gold hold you over for a while?
She was taking a little sip of a goblet of wine she had. She spits it out,
Yep.
and she's like, "Where on earth did you find gold like that?"
A bard can never reveal his secrets on that level.
Ryle makes a mental note that he's just handing out our money to whoever.
Hey, that's a lot of back child support. Okay.
That's 3 years of child
3
support.
years worth.
Plus alimony. Jeez. All right. If it's court ordered, I'll allow it.
And she's well, I've never even seen that.
Well, I mean, how long are we talking here? Like, how long can this keep you going? Because I don't know when I'll be able to be back.
Well, I mean, honestly, I could. We could live the rest of our lives in that.
Perfect. And
That doesn't sound good.
I know. Yeah, I'll
No.
be back then.
Yeah.
so he continues to explain what he has to do. I for the sake of time, he regales the story of the 7 and the quest that the
Uh-huh.
party's on, and that's what he's doing. So, and he never told her how he was orphaned and why he became a sailor and didn't know his parents and why he lives the life he lived. So he tells her all of that. Okay. And after telling her all that, then he gives her the gold.
And she says, "Well, thank you for telling me that, but being an orphan yourself, I'm sure you know how much nicer it would have been for you to have a father that was around every."
Yeah, so I don't know what that means. And I never had either, so I don't know, but I can commit to saying that I will be back at some point. I just don't know when. And when this adventure's over, if you have me, I will spend my time being a dad.
She reaches out and takes. I'm sure little Thomas like that.
How long are we staying here, by the way?
You haven't made any kind of plans on how
Yeah.
long.
Well, we still have the 7 to handle.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess what time of night is it? What time in the evening is it?
It's pretty late. About 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, little
Okay.
baby Tommy should be in bed
Uh,
by now. Jeez.
Yeah.
I guess I would stay until he has to go to sleep, and then
Okay.
I don't,
And then a little bit longer.
and then no.
Heyo.
Heyo.
Now after that knee to the groin, he needs some time to heal a little bit. Gotta ice it down some.
Yeah.
So I guess he would kind of give Rosalina a platonic hug,
Platonic.
so to
Yeah,
speak,
right.
Yeah.
and said,
Mhm.
"I will stop by back sometime tomorrow mid morning to see him again, and I'll let you know our plans." But I must
Make
go
sure
back.
you do. And do make me this promise though. Every time you leave, just let me know.
So this is really hard for Timon because he doesn't understand what making a promise is.
Do you need a dictionary? Get the definition of that word.
Yeah.
So he's trying to think about like the past several stories of what the party's been through and the commitments that they made to town leaders and whatnot. And he just reluctantly says, I'll do my best. That's all I can tell you."
She kind of looks down disappointed and she says, "Okay."
I mean, all I have is my word. I know it's not worth much, but I might surprise you.
I hope you do.
And fare thee well, milady. And as I walk back to the tavern, I feel like a complete idiot the whole
All right,
time.
so you guys are still kind of enjoying yourselves at the tavern when Timon
Oh, yeah.
walks back in.
Oh, I don't acknowledge him. I just go to my room, wherever that is.
I start to try to berate him, but he just walks by and doesn't acknowledge any of my jokes or comments.
Nope.
Must
I
not have
say,
been able
well,
to finish.
yeah, I guess he didn't get any. He seems so mad. I guess we'll find out more about that in the morning.
Yeah, but we all need a good night's sleep. We've been in 2 big fights on the boat.
I feel great.
Yeah, well, I feel pretty good, but I'm out of all my spells.
I don't know how I feel.
I'm
I'm conflicted right now.
Yeah.
I'm moseying up to bed, following Timon. And that's a
No, you're
good
not.
idea.
You ain't following me nowhere.
No,
I'm
no, you're not.
following you. I'm not going
No.
to the same room, but I'm following you. They're
Wait,
all
you
up
didn't say
there.
that. You didn't say that.
Well, it was inferred.
So what time is it now? Like 11, 12?
It's getting around 11, 12.
I
Midnight's
guess
good for me.
Yeah.
so. I guess we can talk about it in the morning. But I'm feeling so jacked up. Like I'm too
Oh.
amped to go to sleep.
You don't have to go to sleep. I'm not that amped.
I say, barkeep, what time's this place? Shit. I look at you and I'm like, no, these people are great.
Yeah.
He's joking. Oh.
The barkeep says, we close down the bar when people stop drinking.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Is that a challenge? I start counting my coin. I think I have enough.
I mean, you probably have the drinks here are not expensive.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, right?
Easy. And I'm asleep. No, I'm good.
No. You're feeling really good. You have quite a few beers in you, or ales. You even took a couple of shots of something called seawater that they have here. It does have like a hint of a salty taste to it, but not a bad liquor.
Nice.
Very. And you're having a good time. What's everybody else?
I'm
Yeah,
next door to Time, and I'm up in bed.
Yeah, I slammed down my last beer and I'm going to bed too.
Okay.
I'm just slow drinking a little bit of bourbon and probably playing a card game. Some
Okay.
locals.
All right. Make a deception check, insight check.
You said perception, insight, and what?
Deception and actually perception. Good one.
Oh God.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Rip.
You're gonna need a real good insight.
All right, and now a perception.
There you
go.
Okay.
Boy, there's the
so that's one success and two failures. One big and natural one. You end up losing a little bit of money tonight. You only lose about 15 gold, but
who are you stealing from?
No.
I was stealing. He's losing it.
Yeah, you don't have the best night of gambling.
Nope.
Fortunately, you lose a little bit.
It's about variance.
Some of these sailors that are frequenting this tavern, quite experienced gamblers. And they definitely saw through all your bluffs.
That's the worst.
Yeah. Still a little distracted by the news of the evening, so.
Yep.
That could do it.
We're still thinking about
Jolos,
Mr.
what are you
McChungus.
Yep.
I'm watching. I'm just looking around the room while drinking, watching Victor lose money.
How much am I out? You cut out during that.
15 gold.
15?
Yep. 15,000.
Yeah.
3 nat one. That's 3 nat ones in a row.
3 nat ones would be
Yeah.
everything I have.
You're broke. You are now broke and naked.
Yeah, you don't have any clothes.
Okay. Timon went to bed. Olorus went to bed. Vod, you said you went to bed too?
Yep.
All right, so it's getting about between 2 and 3 o'clock in the.
I guess I'm gonna go to bed because now I'm getting hungry, but I don't want to eat until I wake up.
All right, so at this point, the bar starts to die down a little bit. You all go to bed. Anybody trying to keep watch, or are you feeling pretty secure here?
Oh, I feel safe.
I'm out.
Safe.
Yeah.
With all those beautiful women down there and a good barkeep, how can it be dangerous?
Oh boy.
I said
Famous last
Famous
words.
last words.
Yeah.
Could be, but that's the way I felt. Very
Yes.
safe.
I'm gonna put something in front of my door. I don't trust these people because I don't know anything that happened.
All right. So,
I only got to watch part of last week's episode, so
Mm.
well, not a whole. Well, I think you pretty much
I'll
caught
watch.
most of it.
I'll watch afterwards. But okay.
All right. So, Victor,
Yeah.
as you go off to sleep, you fall hard asleep after staying that late. Your eyes open and you're not in your room.
Uh-oh.
You're in the same tavern that you met all these folks at. You were outside when you met them, but this is inside the tavern. You recognize it. You're back in Twin Bridges. You're sitting at the bar, and you look around, and it's empty, save for one table in the corner. There is a cloaked figure sitting at the table, shuffling cards.
Do I know this person?
It's definitely somebody who you've had dealings with in the past. As in, this is the person from whom your powers
Yeah.
have sprung.
Well, I'll approach the table and sit down across from him and just look to him.
You need to do a better job of protecting my investment. And he keeps on shuffling cards.
And what investment is that?
Well, you need to stop trying to die. I've invested quite a bit of my time in.
Perhaps when you've given me no other choice but to serve you, this feels like the only thing I have left to do.
And he continues to shuffle cards. He says, did I not give you enough power? Or do you need more?
Sometimes I feel like this is a power I don't want any part of.
Well, you don't seem to be complaining too much when you're out there saving people and stopping these seven. You seem like you're enjoying it.
Well, when I can use the power to help people, then maybe it is something I enjoy.
Well, I've never told you you can't help people.
Demon dogs.
In fact, I like it when you're out there killing things, getting stronger, getting more experience. You become more of an asset. And he takes something from below the table, puts it on the table. It's a rod. It's like, got something for you. Something that might help you out a little bit. Just do me a favor and stay in the back of the fight, not right up.
And what do you suppose I do, or what would you have me do with this?
Oh, you'll know.
You said it's a rod?
It's a rod.
All right.
It's like almost like a wand, but it's thicker.
Thick rod. Nice.
Good Lord. All right. Well, I will take the rod.
Okay. As soon as you touch the rod, it morphs into a deck of cards. And he says, "You were due for an up."
I'll shuffle through them real quick and just do kind of like a quick fan and count them, out and just kind of get the balance of them.
So this deck of cards as a wand of the War Mage +2.
He is
So you can
hooking
add
you
that.
up.
Wand of the War Mage +2.
Yes. And he says, "Don't forget that it's out of the kindness of my heart you're out here doing what you're doing, but I will come to collect."
What would your next task be for me then?
You'll know it when you see it. And you wake up in the next morning and like your hands are kind of like on your chest when you're laying on your back, and held in your hands is a new deck of cards.
Ooh, cool.
Scary.
Yeah. All right. Well, suppose I look down at the cards and I say, well, I guess that settles that. Maybe I have been a little too reckless. He does make a good point.
So the next morning, you all wake up and you smell some breakfast cooking downstairs.
Yes.
It's a little bit different here in a port city. You smell fish cooked, like fried fish cooking, toast, some eggs, no bacon. They're sticking more to the seafare.
Breakfast sausage from codfish.
Mmm.
Cod.
Give me some of that.
Codfish. It's better than being made out of Draugr intestines.
I'll have the omelet.
It's got fish in it.
I don't know if I want an omelet with fish in it.
It's got fish in it. There's
Your
fish
little
in
Baja
everything.
Baja taco in the morning.
Yeah, that's right.
A Baja taco's not an omelet.
But you put that in
If you had egg
All
the
you have to do
omelet.
is chop it up, and it's a omelet.
Mm. Well, I wake up and I'm trying to
and I
find
mosey
Tymond.
up to the salad bar.
Is Tymond up
It
yet?
smells good to me.
I'm John.
I
And
am.
Timon, you wake up and the dread of the next day hits you like a ton of bricks as you open your eyes.
I'm just
we
down
call
there
you Daddy
eating.
now.
I'm just eating real fast, waiting for Tymond to
I
come
haven't
downstairs.
left my room.
I know, I'm waiting.
Dad,
I'm
I'm
waiting.
just laying there, staring at the ceiling.
Daddy Sire song. Sounds to me like you need to write a song about this.
I hope Olaros is thankful that I can't hear a single word he's saying.
Olaros is waiting for you to come out so he can say it to your face. Daddy Sire song. Daddy Sire song.
I haven't left my room.
We're still waiting. We're all making jokes about it, waiting on you to get out. Ooh, let's ask him if he knows any nursery rhymes when he comes out.
Yeah.
Can I hear them downstairs?
No, you can't.
You do hear some laughter from downstairs.
Yeah, you hear murmur, then everybody laughs.
So
and you know what we're talking about. You know
Tymon
that.
is more in dread of seeing the party than seeing his own kid at this point.
Yeah, the kid doesn't berate you as much as we're.
Can I sneak out of the tavern to head to Rosalina's house?
There is a window to your. Make an acrobatics check to see if you can climb out.
Because I know they're going to be a bunch of assholes, and I don't want to deal with it right now.
Well, of course we are. Ooh.
And with the cat's grace, you climb out of the window and climb down.
And I start heading to Rosalina's.
Okay. You get there, and she is cooking up breakfast for her and little Tominus.
And I guess I knock on the door.
She says, "Come on in."
And I say, I made it.
Yeah.
2 days in a row.
France.
Wow.
Yes.
And Tominus says, "Daddy!" And he runs up and hugs your leg.
And he doesn't know what to do. He kind of like pats him on the back, and I guess he, the fatherly thing, and hugs him back. Say, good morning, son. Were you good for your mom?
I was, and Rosalina says, "He's always a good."
That's good.
Must not take after his dad.
Said you treat her well.
Well, Tominus says, "Oh, Mom, don't forget about that time I set that thing on fire." And she's like, "Well, we weren't going to talk about that."
Oh, so she's just like her dad. Yeah, or he's just like his dad.
I can't say nothing. I've
Put
done
down
me
a
a
coach.
foolish fire setting things myself. It's not very wise. Don't do it. Yep. So what we eating?
She's like, "Well, I was cooking up a little bit of a quiche. Should be enough for the three of us."
Oh, sounds delightful. And I would like to spend. Timon would like to spend as much time there away from the party as possible.
And Rosalina is an excellent cook. She this quiche is very delicious. You spend a good long time, telling them about your adventures, and they little Tominus like hangs on every word. He's so excited to hear about this. All of the things that you've slain, all of the adventures you've had.
Talking about all the ladies I've slayed or the quests that I've slayed?
Well, the monsters that you've slain.
Okay, good.
I would
set a good
imagine that you would.
example.
I would imagine you try to leave those parts of the story out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to keep a PG-13 for the kids.
Yep.
Well, that and Rosalina would probably kick in the nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm at Rosalina's. I don't know what the rest of the party's doing.
We're still making jokes,
Yeah, we're
laughing.
still making jokes, waiting for you to come down.
And I'm like, come on, someone check his room, see if he's there.
How long's it been?
I mean, it's got to be like
probably
9:30
3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I'll go. I'll go up there. I'll check his room.
Okay. So his room is locked.
Good thing we sent you.
I'm gonna pick that lock.
All right, thieves' tools. It's not a hard lock.
That one.
Yeah, I believe that you managed your way to that lock, no problem.
Are you sure? Are you
so I could-
sure?
Yeah. Dolos, you
with
open
my
the
25,
door.
I think so.
Yeah. You open the door. It's an empty room with an open
It's an empty room. What?
window.
And Dolos is a little proud. He has to be.
Is anything? Real quick, does it look like any? Is anyone with me, or is it just me?
I think you
I
went by
think you
yourself.
went up there by yourself.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't look like there's been any kind of struggle or anything.
I'm gonna close the door, and I'm gonna make it look like there was a struggle.
So you like rearrange the chairs and tear
Yeah,
up the
yeah.
Okay.
Not
So
gonna- yeah, just make it look disheveled. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna look out the window. Just see if I see him anywhere though. And
You look around.
I don't. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Then I'm gonna. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna run back downstairs now. I'm gonna make it. All right. I don't know, guys. His room is all torn up. The window to this room is open. He's not in there.
Well, then I would get serious and want to go check it to make sure he's okay. And I would say while
Okay.
we're going up the stairs, if this guy got killed and we were laughing at him all night long, I'm going to feel kind of guilty.
Just kind of.
Kind of guilty.
While you're going upstairs, I'm going downstairs to look at the bottom of the window, see what I can see down there. So I go out the front
Okay.
door and
Yeah,
run
I'm going
outside.
out. I'm going out with Olaros.
Now it's
All
murder
right.
mystery. Fantastic.
Yeah. So you go behind the tavern and you see the open window up there. You do see like there's like this lattice work with some ivy growing on it. It goes up there. That's kind of looks like maybe that's where the perpetrator entered the room, possibly.
What about footsteps? What do I see on the ground?
Make a survival check.
Yeah, I'm checking too because I only
Nah.
see it.
Nat ones.
Yeah, low numbers. There's one.
You
I see
can't
my
make.
own footprint.
It seems like this may be like a well-traveled area because there's footprints everywhere, all sorts of different.
He was attacked by 100 people. So I would be in the room.
My God.
I need to investigate the room for clues of this struggle.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Oh shit.
So Ryle, yeah, you start looking around the room.
Did you
You
just
don't
toss
see any
this room?
blood. Yeah, you don't see any blood.
There wasn't
You
much
don't
of a
see-
struggle in here.
Blood.
You don't find any blood. You don't find anything that like looks like somebody had a physical altercation, except for the room being disheveled, and it kind of looks staged to you.
I give Dolos little squinty eyes like, did you do this? I whisper it so they don't hear outside because I do kind of think it's funny. But I just want to be in on the joke if we're making jokes.
Is it just me and him in there? Who's up there?
I think it's just you and me.
Victor didn't say what he was doing, so
No, I would have went with Ryle and Dolos.
okay. So Ryle would be up there too.
Give Ryle a wink.
Tell the VOD we can't tell anything out of here. It doesn't look like anything big time. So let's go back inside and talk to him.
All right.
Then I guess we go back downstairs and meet. And I in my best, question, I'm like, what'd you guys find outside?
Not
your
a
deception?
lot. You could, there's a lattice work you could go up, but it wasn't done by a lot of people. It wouldn't have been able to take that. And there was all kinds of footsteps, but a lot of traffic around here. Nothing looked out of place.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would have
So what
taken
did you
time
find
out of
out?
his room?
Yeah, and how would they have taken time out of his room?
I mean, tie him up, put him down. I don't know. Just saying what I would
Rope
do.
him down.
I would.
Yeah, rope him down.
I'd say, yeah, there was clearly a struggle in there. There was stuff thrown everywhere. We did not find any blood, though.
Yeah.
Well, this is a mystery.
Well, no. Now we got to figure out if we're going to go to the local constable.
Mm.
The barkeep behind the bar who's like cleaning out bugs, like he's like, I didn't think Rosalina was that man.
I saw her eyes yesterday. She was pissed.
A scorned woman, you never know.
Yes. I told her if she
Yeah,
needed
but
anything, and she didn't even
Then I
clue me
would
in
have
on it.
expected to find him in bed with a knife in his side.
Mm. Well, this is her place of work. She doesn't want to do the murder here.
Right.
Because that would cause her
Exactly.
job to be in. You know,
Yeah,
she's got to
a
keep
pretty
little
lady, but can
little
she
Tommy
beat
Tom.
Timon on? Can
Killing the clients.
she beat Timon?
I mean, anybody
Lyle,
can seduce.
I'm gonna need a deception check with advantage because you're being helped by Dola.
I said anybody can be, seduced and stabbed in the throats.
Yeah.
And I say it with the super sincerity.
Did you ever think that it might have been that he jumped
Damn
the
it.
bones and they had a really great time and it wasn't really a kidnapping, but
I'm
but it
proficient. I'm proficient in
Olaros-
deception.
I
Are
think
you?
it's an orgy.
Yeah, Olaros, Ryle's story is starting to get really
Yeah.
thin.
Yeah.
You think they're fucking with you?
What are you hiding, man? Were there
I look at
pieces of-
Dolos and I'm just like,
Were there ripped clothes around?
Did you do this,
Did you
Ryle,
find
last
Timon's
night?
underwear?
no, stop it. You stop it.
Oh God.
Don't throw me under the bus for your shenanigans. The room was it was tossed by Dolos. He was playing a trick. I think Timon just slipped out.
I'm pretty sure Timon and Rosalina, did up there last night and, made a
Got
mess of the
wild.
room.
Yeah.
It did
Exactly.
smell.
It did smell in there. So
It smelled like seawater.
Was it the smell?
What's that?
was it the smell?
I didn't know there was a specific
Hey,
smell.
There is the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're doing it right.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's why the window was open to air it out.
Yes. Well, my guess is he
this
ran off.
session's taking a turn.
I was
the most wholesome episode so
Yep.
far.
Not anymore. Had to ruin it.
Yep.
I'm
we
assuming
hunting somebody. Were we doing anything important? I guess
we
not.
have the 7 to handle.
We're never
Oh
doing
yeah,
anything important.
yeah.
We have to get
I
back
knew there
on
was
task.
Something else going on here, yeah. Do we
We're
need
just-
Timon? It looks like he's out.
No, he's probably just trying to make up for lost time. He'll be
Yeah,
fine.
Which means he's out.
I asked the barkeep where Rosalina lives because I'm assuming Timon's there.
Okay.
He gives you direction to a place just down not very far away.
They say, let's go and let's be sneaky in case she's yelling at him. We can laugh at him some more.
All right, let's go stealth, but I
Passive
think we all want to
observation.
go. We want to go.
I'm not casting passive observation. I don't know what we have for the rest of the day. I'm not using that
all
spell
get
right
on
now.
each sides of the house and start pounding on it, going, "What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?"
Yeah, scare the small child inside. The
Yeah, let's traumatize the kid and think his house is being ransacked.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I just
don't
want to
wanna
laugh at
traumatize the
Timon if
kid.
he's getting yelled at.
All right.
So we sneakily go over there listening for an argument.
I'm
Okay.
going to wait outside the bar. I don't sneak very good.
All right, so whoever's going over there and wants to be sneaky, roll a stealth check.
Oh my goodness.
Oops. I'm not being sneaky. I'm laughing still.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think we did very well, guys.
All right, so it's just the three of you.
4.
make a perception check. Time.
Oh, timing. I'm sorry.
It's close.
You hear the unmistakable sound of Ryle's halberd kind of like rustling up against his armor on the outside of your giving like some of the later end of the tales to Rosalina and Thomas. And you hear it outside.
And I lean down to Rosalina and say, "Just wait 1 second, Ed. You both be hush hush, quiet."
They nod.
I look in the window. I'm like,
So I
He's a
guess
pretty good time too.
I guess I quietly go up to the front door, and I want to burst it open and try to scare him.
Okay. I would think that all right, one of you would be like ear to the door at this point for sure.
Yeah,
That would be right.
I was looking in the window,
yeah. Ryle's peeping in the window.
Okay.
and I whisper,
So,
"I don't see
Victor-
anybody."
Victor and Dolos, roll a d20. Lowest one was listening at the.
Oh boy.
Oh, come on.
Nah. I use inspiration.
Guess whose ear gets plastered?
Yeah, but I rolled a 20 on my perception a minute ago, though.
Yeah, but that was a minute ago.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Dolos, you're standing there with your ear against the door, and the door opens really quickly, and you almost fall in, but you catch yourself.
I stab.
Not Tommy! Little baby Tommy
Oh,
got
God.
stabbed!
Nat 20, the child is gone.
Obliterate him.
Oh God!
Since you attack first, you get 3 attacks because you're assassinating perk. You
God. It's all about being positive, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when he falls in, I get startled because obviously someone falling in the door, and I guess I see time in there, and I say, "Well, you don't look battered and bruised too much, so she must have been okay with you."
What were y'all hoping to see?
We were wanting some, gossip,
Just get in
action.
it. Just get in here.
All right.
Oh. So I usher them in. How many of them showed up?
Just Victor, Ryle, and Dolos. Thomas looks up at his mom and says, "Are all these my dad too?"
Boy, God, kid.
I'm gonna head on back outside.
No, son. These are your dada's friends. These are my
Oh,
traveling.
okay.
These are my traveling buddies. So you
Hi,
remember?
I'm Thomas. And he
Hi,
waves at you.
Thomas.
This is,
What up?
this is me boy. So
he tugs on your like armor, and he kind of motions for you to come down to him, Timon. And he
okay.
whispers in your ear, and he points at Victor as he's whispering, kind of, really obviously. He's like, "Kind of spooky."
What?
What?
He points at Victor and says, "He looks kind of spooky."
And I look at Victor and I say, Victor, show him a couple of them card tricks you do at the bar.
Yeah, I kind of bend down and tussle his hair a little bit, and I use minor illusion to make the cards kind of float around.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
You'll never see it coming. How many hit points
While
does a
they're
small
doing
child
this,
have?
Just to let you know, I have moseyed back to the ship. I'm just going back to talk to the sailors. I got nothing to do. I'm not going to hang around the front of the bar. So
Okay.
I've moseyed back to the ship, and I'm at the ship, just chit-chatting
you
with
get-
the sailors.
Okay, we'll get to that in just a moment. So little Thomas is really excited to meet Dolos and Ryle and Victor, and he's enthralled with the card tricks and stuff, and thinks it's really really cool. And so while you guys are doing that, Olaros and Devad, are you going with Olaros?
Yeah, I went with
back?
Olaros to the ship.
So you guys,
Uh-oh.
Rosalina's house is no more. All right, so you guys get to the ship, and when you get there, Mr. Blackwater, Darkwater,
Yeah.
is there, and he is no Blackwater, Reginald Blackwater. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. He's there, and he is writing a list of all the stuff that he found in the hold of the ship.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, did you guys examine the ship when you took it over?
No, we didn't. We were too busy with other things. We didn't really
Absolutely.
look around at
Too
all.
busy killing.
What?
He hands over a ship's manifest to you that he's made, and in the hold of the ship, there was quite a bit of gold. 3,000 gold pieces, 200 platinum.
Wow.
It's a good thing Timon didn't hear about this.
Yeah.
No, Timon set the deal. 51.49.
Those
And he says there's also quite a bit of black powder.
Ooh.
don't let
Oh,
time
What
all
you
hear
do,
it.
right.
Olaros?
I'm assuming it's for the cannon, but
I wouldn't necessarily assume that.
Yeah, they could be selling it too.
Yeah. Boy, this is information we've got to get to Ryle.
Exactly.
Okay, so
That's for number 2.
gunpowder and gold. Anything else? Is that basically what's down there?
that's there's basic provisions for the ship.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a good stash of ale.
Okay. Now you're planning to ship your wares as well, right?
Well, that's the thing. I don't have any wares for sale. I was supposed to try to work out some trade deals here in
Boy,
Freeport.
just black powder? I don't know that's not the trade we want to deal in.
Well, I wasn't saying it was. I'm just saying
I
what you got.
know. No, we didn't know. I mean, I'm glad to have the information, but that kind of changes things.
Means we're on a floating bomb.
Well, it means that we're trading in weapons of war, really. Well, the Rigel and the others are down celebrating some good news that they found last night with Timon.
Oh, we
and,
heard. It sounds like the captain's
yes.
got a new first mate.
Yeah, the captain kind of does. But they're down there doing that. I was just coming up here to just kind of laze out, but I think I'm going to take this information and take it back to them, and then they'll decide how we want to go at this point. Right now, I'm saying don't think about selling it right now. Don't look
All
for
right.
that.
Well, there is more legit things around here that I could maybe work out some shipping deals for.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
maybe
See, that's kind of what we were thinking of. We want it on the up and up, and then it's a good cover for us coming and going as well.
okay. Well, I may need a little bit of seed money to buy some goods to ship to Freeport and sell there.
That is no problem. I mean, you're a businessman, and we're in for we've got a cut of the profits. But you need to spend some to get money. So, yeah, we didn't know it was there to begin with. So
Yep.
So,
Just use what you need.
I
To buy
appreciate
okay.
your honesty. So I'll tell them what you're doing. You're gonna take some of the money to to go look about buying goods to trade. But it's that gunpowder that I want to figure out what we're going to do with, and I will check with Ryle and see what he thinks we should do with that.
Oh, very well. Well,
All right.
I'll talk around to the. I'll go around the docks
Yeah.
and see what people are trying to sell, and
Yeah. Good
try
deal.
try to find something a bit more
We'll meet
legit.
you back here in a few hours.
Okay.
All right. Let's go, Divide.
I'm ready.
Okay. You look ready.
Yep.
All right. We head down the road. You guys
Yeah.
are still in the house, right? Playing it up, partying with the kid.
Yeah, we're partying with the kid.
Passing him
Shots.
around.
We're taking
Yeah,
shots and
everybody wants to sit there and play with the kid. No, they're passing him around. You're not taking shots.
Doing Legos.
I was
Yeah.
looking for valuables, but okay.
Rosalina, where'd you get this $1,000 of this 1,000 gold I found?
gold. Yeah.
Where'd you get this $800?
I'm teaching him about the history of Gazrat, and
All right. I know he's
Repeat
probably
after me,
having a better
Commodus.
time than he's
Boom,
ever
boom,
had
boom,
in a
boom.
long time. All these strangers in here liking him and rubbing his head, and he's going, "Oh, I like this. I like your new friends, mommy."
don't make it creepy, man.
I like how you know what everyone else is doing all the time.
Well, I'm on my way down there, and I can only imagine.
So I think
Imagination.
I hear some plate coming this way. I'm gonna lock the door.
You hear that plate?
we would.
Yeah. Well, that's why I didn't come down here. I'm not a stealthy guy.
We may need to get on the road though, Timon. We've got some matters to attend with in the hive.
Yes, we do, and I've got more information for you guys, but I don't want to share it inside the house.
Fair enough. And I look at Rosalina and I say, give us a few hours and I will be back as soon as I can. We have to discuss the next steps in our journey.
Very well.
And
it was very nice meeting all of you.
It was
No,
good
don't.
seeing you again.
You're being too kind, Rosalina.
Nice meeting you, Rosalina. I just got there, so
And I pick
can't
up
say anything
Tominus.
else.
I pick up Tominus and I hold him and I say, "You be a good lad for your mum. She's a good woman. Don't cause her any unnecessary strife."
I'll do my best.
No, you will. And you keep practicing your loot. You hear?
I will.
Good.
All right,
So-
and then we move out into the street.
All right, and as you close the door behind you, you hear twang, twang, twang.
And I'm proud. I don't show it, but I'm proud. Yeah.
You show it.
I'll be like,
No.
did you
You
give
can't
him
hide
that loot?
that.
Because she's gonna kill you again. Oh, that ragged.
Anyway, guys,
She'll
gather
hate it now,
around.
but she'll she'll thank me later. Oh yeah.
When Devad and I were up at the boat, it turns out there's a fair stash of gold up there, but also the hole is full of gunpowder.
Oh, that's poor.
That is poor.
Can't have that.
What about for cannons?
I'll take care of that. Don't worry.
You don't need that much gunpowder, and you have to spread it out on the ship.
What would
for
I
good
know?
reason.
I've never been on a ship except
Well,
that
I'm
one
telling
time.
you. I'm telling you why. So we need to divvy out the gunpowder that we need for a journey, and then the rest of it needs to get on shore.
I think that's a good idea. Now, in talking to Reginald, he said he was because he was expecting wares to peddle when he went across to Freeport, And now there isn't any. So he's taken some seed money to go see if he can buy some stuff, local wares, in order to stock the holes for the trip over to Freeport.
That's all well and good, but
But what do we
he,
do with the
he,
gunpowder?
he needs to sell it now before he leaves.
Can we sell the gunpowder here?
Yes,
I mean,
yes, of course we can.
Sure, to the
It's always in
to
high
the guard
demand.
towers and yeah.
Yes.
all right. All right. I just figure a hole full of gunpowder has another message.
It's got to be in kegs and stuff,
Yeah.
Don't need it.
There's all kinds of
No, it's
markets
just
for
loose down
kegs
there.
of gunpowder.
Just a big pile.
Get me another scoop of gunpowder.
Yeah.
Oops, that's a little
It's in a
wet
big
here.
sand pit down there.
But kegs of gunpowders go to fortresses, to
Well, other
soldiers,
ships would carry
arms.
it that way too. Like, I mean, a ship probably would have like one keg of gunpowder for cannons.
Yeah.
Or-
And
or-
Olaros, you
We've got
look
a
at the
hole full of
manifest.
gunpowder. Where are we going to find
Yeah.
a market for that here?
Olaros, you look at the manifest that they gave you. There are 30 kegs of gunpowder.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's bad. That's
That's a
real
lot of-
bad.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
kegs.
Um,
Were they
yeah,
going to
he
blow
needs
up
to-
something?
he needs to move it right now.
Well, then
Do
we
we
need
want-
to go talk to Reginald. I told him to just not do anything until I talk to everyone.
Are we going to need to blow up anything ever? Like maybe we should just store this.
No,
Hey,
right. You need
At
to stop talking.
Rosalina's.
Maybe
Yeah.
a carriage or something.
Yeah, the kid won't get into
You-
it at all.
You all
Mom,
need
I'm
to
covered
shut
in. I'm covered in black powder.
Pull
It
your
might-
pull your bottom lip over your face and swallow and shut up.
It might be nice to have a keg at the hive, but getting it there isn't going to be easy either, or safe.
It's a done deal. Get Reginald to sell it before we
All right,
leave.
All right.
Let's go
talk to
make
Reggie.
plans. Let's go make plans where our next
right.
destination is, and let's be done.
Okay.
Well, lead
Well, I
on.
told him we'd meet him back at the boat in about 3 hours. So we've blown an hour. We got a couple hours to go. And he'll
Well, we
be
still-
back, and then he'll let us know what kind of goods he was able to pick up along the way.
I also lean in and whisper to the group, "Did he find the bodies?"
Well, we dragged the bodies into the captain's room, and we said that's off limits.
We did say that.
So the captain's
He
room's
didn't say
got
anything
rotting
about
corpses right
bodies.
now.
Well, we have them in our room. Should we get rid of them?
No, I think they'll be good companions on the open
Yeah.
sea.
No, for the long sea voyage.
Well, does Victor need them?
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't practice the necromantic arts.
Okay.
We can
So-
tie them to barrels of gunpowder, throw them out to sea, and take shots at it.
Oh my God.
That might be fun.
That's just a
Yes.
wasted gunpowder. though.
Yeah, that's not financially smart.
It takes care of the body real good.
Yeah,
Or
so
we
does
could
just dumping them out a window.
We
Just
will
tie
want to
them up
anchor
to-
them so they go a little
And
deeper
we're
than.
anchored in. We're anchored in a pier. You know, the bodies are kind of going to be floating around the pier there. And
We just gotta tie an anchor to it of some
that's
flavor.
a little disturbing that a cleric has such ideas. No,
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm
All
starting
right.
to think I can't tell who's the warlock and who's the cleric. No offense.
None taken. I agree.
So as you're
Okay.
having this conversation, Ryle, you hear a voice. It's Frederick, the mage from San.
Oh,
He's like, I've used up all of my spells, but we need help. Purple worms everywhere.
So I heard this like just in my head.
Yeah.
it's
Would
in
I
your-
would I think I'm going crazy, or would I be like, I know that was Frederick?
You know it was Frederick. He had a good night of drinking with you guys after he teleported. You know his voice. I mean,
I'm like, guys, I just got a weird message in my head from Frederick saying The town is under attack by purple worms, and we need to get there immediately.
I'm gonna
All
put my
right.
hand to his forehead.
Yeah.
I know.
well,
I think I'm crazy too. This would be back in Sandstrom.
Just please let me say farewell to little Tominus.
Well, you better go.
Go for it.
You better hurry.
You better run.
Yep.
Like, because we're not that far away from it. We can probably still see
No.
the house.
And I
Yeah,
go
you
to
guys
run and
were
say
not far.
goodbye.
All
No.
right, so
We
you
have-
go. You go back into the house. Say your goodbyes.
So I'll return.
Rosalina says, Rosalina just try to stay safe and come back.
Oh, I'm the weakling. I stay in the back. I'll be just fine.
I think you're going to have somebody else joining you in the back too.
Oh no, you are front and center with all that
It won't
armor.
be me.
Oh yes, it will.
It won't be me.
Ryle will cast his
I
telekinesis
will be
spell
up
on
front.
So,
Throw
you guys start heading back towards the ship. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yep. Running.
On
We're running.
Double time. Double time.
All right. And
I'd be like-
standing on the, Reginald standing on the deck saying, "So, I'm glad you guys are back. So, what was the decision on this black powder?"
Sell it
Sell it.
here.
Sell it now. We have to go.
But we have to go.
We're
Sell
going to
it.
going to the captain's quarters. So don't set sail until this gunpowder is gone.
All
We could
right,
just sink
and
the ship. Be more fun.
do you want me to go ahead and set sail once I have
Yes.
some whales to pedal?
No, we have to come back at least one more time.
We can come back when it's sailing, can't we? Didn't
No.
we determine that?
Well,
We
we could
can,
come.
but I want to say goodbye one more time to me son. You could understand that.
We would
Well,
come back,
we
yeah,
don't know how long we're
to the
gonna
middle of
be
the
gone.
ocean. No,
Well,
I know it's fine.
Reginald says that's fine. I can take my time getting the
All right.
hold full of some
All
really
right.
good things to sell, so we can make it worth our while.
Then
And
wait
he can
until
put out
we
the word.
return.
He can put out the word while he's here. What he's up to.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
So, you guys run to the captain's quarters.
It smells like high heaven in here.
It's
Oh God.
you do
We
have
gotta
corpses. in
Open
the-
a window. Does somebody have anything
know,
heavy to throw
We
these
can
bodies
all-
out?
We can all grab a corpse and take it to the old where the bar where we're going to come in and leave them there. That's a good place to leave them.
No.
Yeah, let's drop. Yeah, where there were literally
There's
guards
There's-
there when we
The
got
guards
there,
are
right there.
outside.
The
The
dead
guards
people.
are outside, and
I'm
we already
sure-
had bodies in there.
Just
Yeah,
have the
6
crew
people
thrown
just
overboard.
disappeared.
Yeah,
And you don't think they're
I
gonna
was-
be searching, waiting in there?
If we have the crew come in here, and
Oh,
roll
where's
around, they're
where's
gonna be
what's his name?
teleporting
The
themselves.
what's his name? Ingvar?
Yeah.
Did-
no,
did
no,
I see-
Ingvar?
did I
Ingvar's
s-
we
Faranar?
killed Ingvar.
the first mate, or
Yeah, the first mate.
Farallon.
the
Farallon.
first mate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I see him when I was running in?
Yeah, he was on deck too. He was like talking to Reginald.
I would be like, "Hey, I need to see you real quick, Farallon, please. I got an important task." And I'd just go
Okay.
running down the stairs towards the room,
Okay.
Okay.
and I would let him in to the quarters and say, "You got to get rid of your old friends somehow. We have to go."
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I will make it worth your while if no one knows.
Okay. Sounds good.
And keep it
It's,
yeah, between us. We're homies.
Very well.
And so I go through my purse and hand him 5 gold, and I'll be like, "That's the down payment."
Oh, gee. Wow, big spender there, Ryle.
It's a that was like
5
3 months'
gold.
salary.
Yeah.
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 He's like,
I don't know about you, but I'd take 3 months' salary for one little job. So
body disposal of your friends.
Disposing of
Hey,
corpses. Yeah.
if you don't help your friends get rid of the bodies, what kind of friend are you?
And he said that was a down payment.
Yeah, that's the
If
for.
More to come.
He says,
That's just a tip.
He says, I'll make sure that they're not found.
Thank you. And we're out of here.
You forgot to make your cloak billow.
Yeah.
I gotta save that for when I come through the portal for people watching.
Yeah, so you all gather in the captain's quarters, pull back the rug, and beneath the rug there is another circle on the ground that looks just like the one that was in the
I hope this thing still works.
Yeah.
Lead on, Captain.
Go for it, Devad.
Sounds about right.
Typical.
Pull your sword out in case there's danger on the other side.
I'm just gonna go through.
All right.
I'm going.
So at this point, you know what this circle does. You jump through it, and that's
Yep.
where we'll pick up.
Oh, we don't
So
even know what's on the
we don't
other
even get
side.
to see the other side?
All we see
There's
is a
more
little.
kids over there.
It was a trap.
Diamond's got
It
a
was
sick
a
pack
trap.
over there.
Oh, jeez.
All
right.
Roll initiative
Well-
first thing.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks so much for the bits, the subs, the follows. We'll be back Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, when we have an amazing recap from
Sunday.
Dolos. Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Sorry, I'm confused. Sunday, 8 a.m., where we have a Dolos
Eastern.
recap. Yes, Eastern.
All right. Well, I
5
will-
a.m. Pacific.
That's
All
your
right, well, I will
problem.
see you guys later.
Pacific
Thank you,
people.
guys.
All
Thank
right,
you,
see
guys.
ya.